Thank you very much. You have to press the key twice to open the passenger door.
Oh dear.
Oh, back in the warm. Let's have a look, see what we've got. So have you done your quiz?
Yeah.
How
It's
did
all
you-
in red pen because I couldn't find a blue one, so
Red's near enough. Red's near enough.
at least it writes.
Do. That's an interesting one, isn't it? It's so if you were in the right-hand lane, or even if you were in the left-hand lane, what do you think you might be looking for from these people here? Because people do use that lane to go ahead.
Yeah.
We have a roundabout exactly like that next to McDonald's over in Pontefract.
Yeah.
And people just chop the way across. So what do you think you might do in those circumstances?
Probably just look at all your mirrors, check all your blind spots.
Check on everybody, absolutely. That's good, it's good. That's an interesting one as well, isn't it? Do you think it would be safe for car A to proceed? Probably.
Yeah, because I had a thing, whereas by the time that one is set at the same time, that will go that way and they'd just be sort of
Right.
behind each other. So
Yeah. But again, as with everything, it just depends on it. What if he's being chased by the police?
yeah.
Then that changes things a bit, doesn't it? But you're right. By the time you've got out there, he won't have got around. So the
If
answer
they set
is
off at the
correct.
same time, they would.
Yeah, exactly
Go
right.
by appropriate speed.
And that's an interesting one as well, isn't it? Do you need to slow down further? Well, I suppose technically you don't because he should wait, but why would
they
you
don't
slow down?
always,
That's right.
so.
Exactly right. That's exactly right. Now, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Driving in front, taking late observations and unexpectedly stopping. That's what the model answer says. Cute.
Next door neighbour.
But if you're watching where you're going, you shouldn't hit somebody.
No.
There aren't many drivers who haven't been caught out that way. You look ahead, there's one car there, you look to the right, it's completely clear, you decide to go, you look forward, and the one in front stopped.
Yeah.
If you hit something with the front of your car, it's pretty much your fault, really.
Yeah.
So you
'Cause
should be
you'll
driving
the
at a
one
speed.
that's looking out the
That's
windscreen.
right. The reality is, if only one of those made the mistake, it wouldn't be an issue. That's good. These ones are obviously more difficult.
I haven't had dealt with that one.
Right, but
But
they're
you
awkward.
explained it to me, so I was
Oh,
like,
excellent,
yeah, right
good. Well, we've always got to be
then. You've
careful.
got to check for everybody, haven't you?
Yeah.
So,
Again, assume everybody's trying to kill you. This one, it says obviously you can use either lane. Because if you're coming up here and you're going along that road, if you're in the right-hand lane, you can take the right-hand lane there.
yeah.
But can you think of any problems that might be caused by that?
People might be thinking you're going that way around.
As somebody from here might try and cut across on the inside
Yeah.
thinking you're going there. So we should always, the safest bet I think is to use the leftmost lane that's available to you.
Yeah.
And then it avoids you being overtaken.
And
I've
if this is like a 4-lane roundabout, it saves you from cutting across like 3 lanes to get to that
Right.
one.
I've also seen it where we've been coming up here and going up there, and somebody's come up in the left-hand lane and gone all the way around, and forcing you across. So you can't trust anybody.
No.
You just can't. So that's good. Stick that in there. Well done. Let's look at our reflective log. We said roundabouts today. Still okay to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Read the book, did the quiz. Brilliant. Range of roundabouts. Now, we talked last time about perhaps doing them over.
Bypass.
Yes. And I was thinking about that afterwards, and they'd be okay as roundabouts, but
There aren't any mini ones, or what is
there
there?
aren't. No.
The only mini
So
one I can think of is Allet and Bywater, but that's like 15 minutes away. And there's only one mini roundabout, there's no other roundabouts.
what
So.
can you remember when we did the first junctions lesson?
Was that on that little estate?
Yeah, so that little estate that's here, there's another estate next to it that's got loads of roundabouts on it.
Right, yeah.
And there's a mini one. And what I thought was, we could also, whilst we're doing the roundabouts, we're also going to be doing junctions as well. So it's kind of building on what we've already done. I mean, obviously that means me driving across there, but that doesn't,
Yeah,
that's
that's
not
fine
part of the
by
lesson
me.
time. We're not ready for the motorway yet, are we?
No, oh no. That'd be scary.
It's nice because it gives us a lot of different types of roundabouts, and there is a mini one there as well. We've got normal size ones and then some slightly bigger ones, so it gives us a bit more of a range.
Picture of too many ones together. I thought that'd get confusing.
It can do, but you know the main reason. Well, let me ask you, what do you think the main reason for it getting confusing is?
Because you don't know if he knows where he should be going, if they're going to come out and.
It's nearly always the other road users. You
Yeah.
think, well, where's he going? What's he doing? The rules of the mini roundabout are exactly the same as the big roundabouts, but
Yeah.
people just seem to forget. Because what happens is,
Some
it's
people
not,
just drive up the middle, don't they?
well, it's not really a roundabout, is it? It's a T-junction with a lump of paint on the road.
Yeah.
So it can make life quite difficult. To go around the roundabout requires a lot of effort.
Yeah.
But so I'll take us over to there and we'll have a little look.
Okay.
Splendid. So, roundabouts. There is one ahead. I'll find the right page.
I just seem 10 miles away from pedals when you've
I've
been
got
in.
long legs. There it is. So, these ones are 2-lane ones. The ones that are ahead just have 1 lane on them.
Right.
So, do you know what the rules are at roundabouts? Who gives way to who?
Give way to traffic coming from right.
Okay. So, any idea which lane? If you've got 2 lanes to choose, any idea which one you would use for which?
It just depends, doesn't it, which way you're going off, because if you're going off like left, you go left lane, or if you possibly if you're going straight ahead to that one, you're going left, but if you're going like to these, you go to right lane and then come across after.
Yeah. Generally, a rule of thumb, it's not always the same. If that was a clock face, if you're going past 12 o'clock, you would probably use the right-hand lane.
Right.
So if you're turning right, how would you signal on approach?
Turning right,
Yep.
you wouldn't signal on approach, you wait till you got past whichever.
Okay. Well, so we're saying turning right, you're following the road to the right, because turning right would take you there. If you're going past 12 o'clock, you would signal right on the way in, and left as you left. As you left the roundabout. To go ahead, you don't signal on the way in.
Right.
To go left, you would signal left. The nice thing about these is, well, I mean, what do you think the difference is between these and junctions? Junctions that we've done up to now.
Junctions just have like sort of left or right, and they have just 2 lanes of traffic, one going one way, one going
That's
the other.
right. Yep, exactly right. How do you think in terms of visibility? How much do you think you might be able to see on the way in?
Well, because it's all sort of open.
Yeah, you're not going to have hedges right up the edge, that kind of stuff. Although sometimes with the mini roundabouts you do. So you've got probably more chance of maybe finding a gap
Yeah.
and keeping the car going. So, do you want to chat a bit more about that, or do you just want to have a try of some?
Yeah, just have a go.
Okay, that's a strategy that seems to work for us.
You can just kind of talk me through it as we do it, sort of thing.
Fine, we can do that. Give you as much help as we feel you need, and then see where we're going. Make yourself comfy. Off you go when you're ready.
Yeah, I think we're alright.
Okay,
Can put pedals down. Yeah, we're good.
cool. Whenever you're ready, off you go. What we'll do is, there's a roundabout up ahead. It's a little way off. We'll go left when we get to that roundabout. Not gonna wait, is he?
No, I think. Oh, you put it on. That's it.
Well done. Put it on a little firmer because we're on a hill. Obviously must have been a little bit too firm. Quite often get advance warning signs for roundabouts, but not always.
It is when you can see it.
So you can see where the trees are ahead, that's where the roundabout is. So we'll take the road to the left, which is the first exit. How much can you see on the way in?
Not alright, look.
That's it, well done. So you get
That's
quite a
where
lot of,
I'm
you
at,
get quite a good view, don't you?
Yeah.
And take the next road on the right, please. We get to practice the junctions where we're zipping back and forth too. Does make it quite awkward this time of year, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't think these are long enough, to be honest with you. Then if they were too long, they would be able to say it's windscreen, would you?
Yes, balance. It's a case of just maybe sitting a little taller in the seating. Or perhaps wearing sunglasses, that kind of stuff, polarised driving glasses. At the end of the road, we'll turn left, please.
Oh, they do like irritate me with parked cars, don't they? And vans.
It does make life that little bit more awkward, doesn't it? That's the right speed, though. I think it's like anything to do with driving. You know, if you do it at the right speed, things are easy.
Yeah.
Again, we're coming back to the same roundabout. This time, we'll follow the road ahead. It's the second exit. Again, as you're coming up, will you signal or not?
No, because it's
Sure.
left.
How much can you see?
Quite a bit. You can see what's going from right, so...
And so, you can probably make the decision to go reasonably early.
Yeah, like now, because you can see if
That's it.
it's coming down.
So we'll take the second exit. This one's the first. It's good, well done. And find a convenient place to pull over on the left. Find a spot in between all these parked cars.
Straight up to that.
How'd that feel?
Alright, I can see.
Yes. That does create a difficulty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So all it can do is, like what you've done there, is get that down, but of course, as you've quite rightly identified, it does restrict your view. So it's, what can you do when there's situations like this with
How do
visibility?
you pump your seat up?
There's a little handle just to the right,
Pull it up.
looks like a jack in action.
Right. Yeah, that's better. Oh, that's better.
And then that might have adjusted your position for the clutch, so you might want to give that a try.
No, cool.
Splendid. So it just gives you that little bit extra, so you're not sort of stretching. I've got my 70s sunglasses, but they're a little bit sandy. So I'll put those away. So, roundabout.
To be alright with sunglasses, I have to get a prescription, or I'm blind anyway.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
And they cost a fortune.
Yes. You wear these ones over the top of yours if you want.
It's alright.
Oh, okay. So, the roundabout, how did that feel?
Yeah.
How did you find it on
Fairly
the
easy to
approach?
negotiate, because it's...
I mean, those ones are
one lane
fairly...
in it, so...
Yeah. But even if you've got the extra lane, obviously it's a little bit more complicated, but you get the extra view on the way in. So you can quite... I mean, they're designed... they're an extension, if you like, of crossroads.
Yeah.
But they're designed so that they keep the traffic
Make it
flowing.
safer.
Yeah. Gives you more visibility on the way in, but not always. And again, the next one we're going to do is different again because it's got a lot of buildings in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So it kind of spoils your view. But what I like to do at this one is to go all the way around and come back down this road.
Right.
So how do you think you might signal on approach?
Signal all the way to right.
Yep. And then when will you signal to the left?
After you've gone past the last...
Easy peasy,
Yeah.
and you all the time. When you're ready, off we go.
Oh dear.
Do you think you might need a bit more room here? Do you think we'll maybe
Yeah,
shunt back a
probably
little?
need to reverse.
We know how to do that, so I'll leave that in your capable hands.
That's it. Oh, there's a fancy button.
That's the one.
That way. Oh,
Well done. Off you go when you're ready. So where should we have been looking there, do you think?
probably that way. Oh dear.
It's a little while since we've done that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I've only done it once of myself.
So we're forgiving.
Yeah.
So the mirror gives you a view, but it's not the full view.
Yeah. Somebody at work said something about your washer or your wipers to get it in line with curb or something, and then about
You
park.
can, but
But it just depends on each car or something, she said.
yeah, much better just to judge it. So as you can see, there's a lot of buildings in the middle this time.
Yeah. It's a bit silly, isn't it? I think bus come round here.
It does. It does.
I think I've been past these shops before.
And where do you think the danger is here?
A lot of people reversing.
That's right. Well done.
And
And there's the
buses.
bus. So you'd already identified that there was
135
potential.
Chesterfield Circular C.
There you go. So what can you do here?
Stop a mate.
You're not really faced with a choice here. Think about which gear you need.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes. But that's fine.
Yeah.
So again,
Okay, woman, just,
well, you're not faced with a choice on 2 counts. They've just stepped out, they've just reversed back.
Yeah.
So what's he going to do?
He's going to cross the Nile
There you go.
and take forever about it too.
Oh. Well, they've put the old folks home in the middle of the roundabout. Off you go when you're ready.
That's clever, isn't it? It's like caging them in, isn't it?
That's it. And also meaning that they've got to cross a busy road.
That's what I mean, because most of them won't go across the road, will they? Because they don't want to get run over. By learning drivers.
Yeah.
Is this the last turn?
So we want, nope, it's not this one, not the next one, the one after
Right.
that.
It'll stop whining at me now.
Yeah. So not this one, but the next one.
Oh, you haven't been done a full circle yet, have we?
So as you can see, it's quite a size, this one.
Yeah.
It's so big that you can easily forget that it's a roundabout. It's in effect just a circular one-way street, isn't it?
Yeah. Bars on windows, that's lovely, isn't it?
It's
Don't
not
have
good.
that at my car, no.
Not a good sign. Was that to stop people getting out or people getting in?
Bit of both.
We'll keep going.
Ah.
Yep. We're already in the gap. There's nowhere for us to go, really. So they've done the sensible thing and waited for us. Yep. Another roundabout ahead. What I'd like you to do is to take the road to the right. It's the 1, 2, 3, the 4th exit.
So fourth exit, yeah.
Yes, please. So how will we approach this one?
To indicate right.
Cool. And if there was 2 lanes, you'd be taking the right-hand lane. But since there's only one, we'll just position to the right of the lane. So roundabouts are cool, as you can see. It allows you to keep things moving most of the time, because you can actually time your approach.
Yeah.
That's good, well done. Follow the road ahead. Once we get past these parked cars, find a convenient place to pull over on the left.
Oh, you just set off, why don't you?
It wasn't going to wait no matter what happened.
There we go.
So how'd that feel?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been giving you a bit of help there. How do you feel about tackling them on your own?
Yeah. There we go.
Brilliant. So I'll just give you the directions. So what are we looking for from our next attempt? What is it that you want to be able to do?
To remember to go at my gear.
Okay.
Well, I think I remembered all right signals, so
Yeah, I think so. Shall we just try it and see how we go?
Yeah.
Off you go when you're ready. When we get round the corner, 300 or 400 yards is a roundabout. If we go right the way around it and back down this road.
Right. So is it round to right?
It is. We just follow this road for the time being. You'll see it once you get round this bend. You'll probably get a view of it.
You're going all the way around.
Tell me when you see it.
Yeah, I see it.
Sometimes there's a warning sign ahead,
So
not
you can't
always.
see a sign, can you?
But what does the sign ahead tell you? So it tells
Oh,
you
you
you've
can
got
see
to
the
go
sign
that way.
now.
So all the way around, back down this road. Obviously, it's much easier if people signal properly,
Yes.
but they don't. So what's the engine telling you?
It must have got the gear.
It's well done. So once you've got the steering set, you can then do it, as long as you're not steering and change at the same time. How'd that feel?
Alright.
Follow the road ahead. Up to the roundabout at the top, all the way around and back down this road.
Oh, we're doing loop-de-loop.
Yay!
It's not left, left, and left again.
That's true. So here's a challenge for you. See if you can avoid the potholes here. There's so many you just
Not
can't.
likely.
You just can't. There's so many of them. So on this one, what are we looking to improve from the last one? Do you think?
Go around it in right gear.
Okay. I think you were in the right gear, but we
It just
could have gone up.
struggled,
We could have gone up a
yeah.
little bit earlier. That's all. That's,
Maybe keep going if somebody signals properly.
Yeah,
So I
well,
don't know where
yeah.
they're going.
there's not a lot you can do about that, though, is there? Really?
No, it just depends on the drivers, doesn't it?
You did the right thing by thinking, well, I can't be sure where he's going, so I'm going to wait.
Okay. Oh God. Cheers, mate. You know.
Yeah, moving with me. So again, you've timed it nicely. Well done.
And she wasn't looking again. Which way are we going?
All the way around and back down this road. You have to think for people sometimes. But again, you managed to time your approach so that you arrived as the road cleared.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of roundabouts, you can manage that. How'd that feel?
A lot better than last time.
Okay, cool.
Even though there's more people and silly.
Well, you've given yourself the time to do what you needed to do. That's the most important thing. That's good, well done. Same thing there, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've timed it so that you're not arriving at those narrow points at the same time as the other vehicle. And follow the road ahead. What's the engine telling you?
What's the bumper gear? It's because we're going downhill.
Yep. Speed picks up as we found out last time. At the roundabout this time, I'd like you to take the road to the right. It's the fourth exit. So it's the one before this one. It's good, well done.
So the fourth exit.
Yes, please. So how will you approach this one?
Probably go down again.
Probably going to leave that a little later, so you're not losing too much speed too early. What do you reckon? Well done. Again, you were able to work out what was happening, and as you can see, it's not until the last second sometimes that you get the idea where you can go or not. So this is exit number 3, we'll go number 4. And again, because we've indicated properly, they can see what's happening and can go. At the roundabout, which is at the top of the hill, we'll take the road to the left, please. It's the first exit. So keep ourselves tucked in.
When it didn't want to shake at me. Going out the round.
Up this one on the left here. How'd that feel?
Yeah, a bit more controlled.
Yep. As we came to, so you're able to spot what's going on, but as you come up to actually go, when you put your foot down, how did it feel? Think a different gear might have helped. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll take the next road on the left, please.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I would go. Once you're in there is enough room. So we'll take this next left. Oh, well done. So as you come to, well, I'll leave you to it. You've worked it out yourself. Well done.
Because it trundles faster in higher gears, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, but the problem with this car is that, you know, like when we came to move out of that roundabout, when you put your foot down,
Yeah.
not a lot happened. Because we're in slightly too high a gear. If we'd gone down a gear, it would have given you a bit more usable power. Well, they weren't going to wait for you anyway, were they?
No. But they should do. They shouldn't have done
They
that
should,
side
yes,
of the
yes, they should.
Because I've got
Priority.
priority.
But just because you got it doesn't mean you get it.
No.
At the roundabout this time, I'd like you to follow the road ahead, please. It's the second exit. Tell me how you're approaching it.
You don't signal on approach.
Excellent. Van's made life interesting, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Because now I'm the wrong side of the road.
Correct. But you've done the right thing by adjusting your speed accordingly.
I'm fine. So up there.
That's the one. So even in busy times, you get a chance to get an early look. Excellent, well done. Oh, just needed to give it a tad more gas. Deep breath. In it first. Off you go when you're ready. So your timing was bang on. Well done.
Oh, no.
Just a little quick.
Right.
Deep breath. Set
Give
the
it a minute
gas.
for these to come down.
Yeah. But you can get ready to go while they're coming, can't you?
No, again.
You've caught it this time though, so the engine's still running. So well held. Are they waiting for us? No. That's it. Excellent, well done. Follow the road ahead. We'll take the next road on the left. It's just around this bend. Brings us back to the big roundabout in the middle, and I'd like you to follow the road ahead. It's the second exit. So you're going to get the chance to get a nice early view, don't you?
Yeah.
I'll leave you to make all the decisions.
Follow the road ahead, yeah.
Yes, please. Second exit.
Come on, dear, he's not going to cross here. Wait for bus.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
That's fine. Can stay where they are. It's fine by me. This one.
Yes, please.
You like give me a big steep hill, don't you?
And then what I'd like you to do is to take the second road to the right. This one's the first. See where he is on the bike.
Yeah.
So just let the clutch all the way up. I'm just riding it a little there. So you've then got the engine brake in here as well. See how it holds you back.
I didn't know it did that. Just let it roll, don't you?
You can. Well, the lower gear is actually holding you back. Sits down by our side. So we just cut across a little.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. It's because he came down this side though, didn't he? You didn't sit down.
We're going to blame him, are we?
Confused me. You're going to the top?
Yes, please. Just keep following the road ahead and keep it in this gear for now.
Right.
If you change up to third,
Does it struggle more?
It will.
Right.
It will. So before you go up to a higher gear, you probably need to give it a bit more power, because as you're changing gear, gravity's going to actually make you slow down.
Yeah.
You feel how it's struggling. It's
Yeah.
not a good hill climber, this car.
No.
Oh, good. Which gear do you think you're going to need?
First.
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely right.
Can I put the handbrake on?
You can. That gives you plenty of time to get yourself sorted out for a nice hit. Oh, a little bit quick. So remember, set the power, your left foot lets the power through. So you can't let it all through too quick. That's fine. That's the right amount of revs. Big hill.
Is that right?
Feels right to me.
There
How
we
was
go.
that?
Oh, that was scary. That was a horrible hill.
Big old hill, isn't it?
Yeah.
An unscheduled hill start. Not much else you could have done because there was somebody coming to stop you, wasn't there? Well done. How'd that feel?
Scary, but we did it. It's all right.
You did. Any particular dangers you're looking out for this time of day?
Skulkins.
Yep. There's a tend to just jump out and not look. So keep yourself out a little bit further. Don't invite him through, otherwise he'll force his way through. So I'm not saying you should bully him out of the way, but if you just hold your normal position,
sort of thing.
pretty much, yeah. Otherwise they will take advantage. At the end of this road, there's a mini roundabout. I'd like you to take the road to the right, please. Again, same rules apply. Except your visibility is a little bit more reduced this time, isn't it? It's good. And again, you've held the speed back that give you the time to have a good look.
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
All right.
Okay.
As So I couldn't really see much, so that's why I sort of stopped.
Who has priority here?
Me.
Okay. What about the next time the road narrows?
Then. Because it goes opposite, doesn't
It's
it?
good, well done. It's well done. Think about which gear you need. That's it. Oh, where's he going? Whenever you're ready. Off you.
Well, I'll give him a minute so I can see where I'm going.
Just a bit quick with our left foot.
There we go.
So again, see where the white van is? That's a mini roundabout. We'll follow the road ahead when we get there.
Oh, yeah, it's just a hidden one into it.
It is. They should be cutting those hedges down so you can see them. Again, same rules apply. We've just got less room to do it. Once we're over the roundabout, we'll take the first road to the right, please.
Oh, got a bit far, haven't I?
Little bit. Think about which gear you need. And whenever you're ready, and the road's clear, off you go. It's well done. Again, the control of the speed give you the time to do the steering. Once we get past the bus stop, excuse me, I'd like you to find a place to pull over on the left. And relax.
Oh,
So, how did that feel? In terms of roundabouts, do we think we've got all the rules and
Yeah, I
regs
understand.
kind of nailed down? You know
how
what you
you're
need to
supposed
do?
to signal and who's
Okay,
coming
cool.
and stuff, so.
So if there was anything that you wanted to work on to improve, what would it be, do you think?
Not sure. Probably make sure I'm checking who there is.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of roundabouts, I think we've pretty much got it nailed down.
Yeah.
What we need to do, when we need to do it, and so you know, even if you're not getting it right 100% of the time, you know what to do to get it right. Out of all the stuff that we've gone around there, if I was to ask you if there was something you wanted to fix, what might it be? Do you think?
To do roundabouts or
No,
something?
just anything in general.
Hill stars.
Okay. You did really well.
Hill stars.
Well, it's
That was a horrible hill.
well, it was, and we hadn't scheduled to stop there, but because we kind of got it forced upon us to know what you could do, and you did very well there.
I was thinking, I hope I don't roll back because I don't want to crush that guy's car behind me. I felt like he'll kill me.
Well, I did have you covered, as of course I always do. The thing that comes across you seem to be moving your feet just a tad quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's maybe because you've had a practice in James's car, or
His clutch is really like, you lift it up just a little bit and then you can go.
I thought
You
that
know what I
might
mean?
be the case. So it's in this car.
You've got to wait right till it's practically up at you sort of thing before you can.
And you're probably going to need a little bit more power.
Yeah.
Because it won't have as much power as I know James's car hasn't got a lot as a 1 litre Fiesta, but it'll have tons more than this. So your right foot's setting the power and your left foot's letting it through. I just feel that your left foot's a teeny bit quick.
Yeah.
So I think you've got a bit more time than you think. So what I thought we might do, is since we're on a little bit of a hill, how about we do a little exercise where we go forward, stop, forward, stop, forward, stop, forward, stop, just using the clutch. Maybe just go forward a foot and stop it, forward a foot and stop. So you've got the gas set and all you're doing is moving your left foot.
So you just keep that a normal set, like 20, what is it?
Yeah.
And then,
Shall we have a bash of that and see how that works?
yeah.
And just to refine that clutch control a little.
Yeah. I do get confused when I keep switching cars.
Eventually you get used to it, but
Yeah.
to begin with, of course, it's difficult because you've got to make those adjustments.
Yeah.
But this exercise might help us with that. So get at the point where you feel it's going to stand still. When you feel you've got it, let go of the handbrake and have the courage of convictions. We should stand still, adjust if we don't. left foot down, down, that's it. So keeping everything except your left foot still. Down a bit, down a bit. We want the car to stand still.
Oh, stand still.
So a teeny bit, that's it. So you can see it's the tiniest of movements, isn't it?
Yeah.
Down a bit, we want it to stand absolutely still. Bang on. And what I'd like you to do, just using your left foot, is just take it forward a foot and stop. It's a bit more than the foot. That's good, isn't it? The adjustment again. Well done. So again, just forward a foot and stop. Now this time, this is slightly more tricky. I'd like you to let it roll back about a foot. Keep an eye out behind and then bring it to a stop. How's that feel?
Yeah, it feels a bit better.
Just that real fine control.
It is really,
Once the
really
bus
good.
is out of the way, we'll move off and follow the road ahead. We have priority, so let's force the issue a little. Good, well done. Because if you hold back, they'll take advantage.
Yeah. Kids just don't look, do they?
No, they're too interested in what's on the other side of the road. So just take a slightly wider position a little earlier, which signals your intention to go through. A little bit wider, that's it. And you see what happened?
Yeah.
Because they could see what you were doing, they tucked in a little.
Yeah.
This is always the dodgiest situation of all. People walking in between cars pulling away without signalling. So I'd take a slightly wider position, don't let them bull you in right into the curb. You see what happens?
Yeah.
We'll follow the road ahead of the roundabout. It's the second exit.
Well, that was a bit dodgy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Off a
well,
curb, wasn't it?
that's just, well, there's no accounting for that,
Second
is there?
exit, yeah.
Yes, please. We always say that expect the unexpected. That was certainly unexpected.
You just roll off a curb.
Again, see, by taking that slightly wider position, we've kind of not forced the issue, but we've said we're
you've got to
taking our
stop, it's
priority.
my area.
Yeah. If they do come through, then you still can, of course, move across. But if you took in too early, they see it almost as a sign of weakness and charge their way through.
Yeah.
And again, once we get past this junction on the left, find a convenient place to pull over on the left. How did that feel? It ended up being a bit weird because suddenly there was a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
So we must have just hit it at the time when they're coming for that school. They mustn't come out till 1:45. So did that feel different, or?
Yeah.
I think it's
It's very, very fine line between
It
moving
is.
and stopping, isn't there?
I mean, do you think it might be useful, if you've been driving the other car in between, if we just do that little exercise at the start
Yeah,
of each
probably,
lesson,
because then I
just to
can
get
get
you
back into
kind of
it.
zone into
Yeah.
to where it needs to be. Okay, so what am I doing?
Slid.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, you shouldn't laugh. That's not nice. Lesson 9. Let's have a look at what we've got in terms of targets. So, mini roundabouts, you know why it might not be practical or indeed safe to signal on exit. Now then, we haven't really talked about that. If you're turning
Is
right,
it because exits are so close together?
it is. So you sometimes haven't got the time.
Yeah.
You should always try, though.
Yeah.
You should always try. So, negotiating roundabouts. You feel confident in your ability to safely deal with quiet mini roundabouts? Should we take these off as we're going along? We haven't done busy mini roundabout. Can't even say
Busy
it.
mini roundabouts.
Thank you very much. So we'll come back to that one. Quiet, simple roundabouts,
Yeah.
like the ones at the end of here.
'Cause-
Did you deal with those okay? Do you feel confident in them?
Yeah. It's
Good.
normally like single lane.
Again, we haven't done busy ones. We'll come back to that. Quiet, multi-lane roundabouts. We haven't done a multi-lane,
No.
so we'll need to come back to that. as we were with the busy ones. But we've got the basic roundabouts and the
Yeah.
procedures
How
in
to
place,
signal and
where to position, that kind of stuff. So it's really then about applying those at different places. Now then, here's an interesting one. Risks to consider. Understand why you need to be careful when sharing a roundabout with larger vehicles. We haven't met any, but why do you think you might need to be careful there?
like with trucks and stuff on the other roundabouts that I was on about, because when they go around they tend to come over into your lane because
Yeah.
the back end comes out, doesn't it?
That's right, because they haven't got
And
space.
buses and things like that,
Yeah.
because they always do that.
So what might you do if you had that situation?
Just keep back
Yeah,
and let
keep
it
it out the
sway
way.
out.
Vehicles entering the roundabout from a road to your right, and how to assess whether they're likely to wait or proceed.
Speed.
Yeah, that's a big one, isn't
See
it?
if they're still rolling or if they've actually.
Other things that might help you that we haven't seen people doing, indicating.
Yeah.
People don't indicate at roundabouts anymore. But the signal is only a part of it. You can sometimes tell, like you said, with the
Yeah.
speed, sometimes the position they're taking. But we have to be very careful. You have to assume that then they're going to try and kill
They're
you.
going to get you.
Assess whether drivers of vehicles entering the roundabout from the road to your left can see you. That's
It
what we're
just
talking
depends
about.
on hedges and stuff, doesn't it?
Exactly right. So if you're not sure, what would you do?
Slow down.
Yeah,
Give it a stop.
brilliant.
Basically, if you can see them, they should, like their full car or whatever, they should be able to see you.
Should be able to.
Should be able to.
Should. And check whether any driver in front of me has decided to stop at the giveaway lane despite it being clear. We haven't really hit that situation, but what would you do there? If you
You
looked
just-
and you think, well,
if
he
you-
should have gone.
You just keep slow, don't you? Just slow down, so you're ready to stop.
Yeah. Exactly right. There's a bit of a golden rule. You should never put the gas on until you're sure you're never going to have to take it back off.
Yeah.
So, and you should always be, before you put the power on, you should always look in the direction you're about to go.
Yeah.
So if you did that and he's still there, you're not going to put the power on.
No.
Now, as we see here, it says test requirements. Now, there's much more to learning to drive than passing a test, but we are starting to give you one or two little ideas about how you're going to be assessed at the
Yeah.
end. We're teaching you to be a safe driver for life and make good decisions, but you do have to undergo that assessment at the
Yeah.
end. So we're giving you some idea there. So now that you've got your theory out the way, you might want to start brushing up on that so you can see
Yeah.
how they're going to assess what you can do. So, how did that feel?
Yeah, it's fun.
It's an extension of what we've done already, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if we look at what we've got
I'm
now,
getting used to the cars being behind me and stuff, so.
it's just
Because
practice.
that did freak me out to start off with. I didn't mind them being in front or coming at me, but behind me, and I used to be like, oh god, I'm going to roll on you.
You feel the pressure, don't
Yeah.
you? I mean, that's, but busier junctions was some of what we did last time, and we're going to keep on doing that because we're on this level here.
Yeah.
So maybe next time think about perhaps, there's several options. We can push on down the manoeuvre route because we've only done the one, haven't we, really? We can start doing the manoeuvres there, which again refines the clutch
Control.
Thank you very much. We can go over everything we've done so far, maybe in some busier situations, or we can start pushing on to do some other things. What's your gut feeling on that?
We could possibly do like multi-lane roundabouts or something like that.
Okay, there's not so many of them, but we can probably find them. Now the roundabouts over your end might be more of an option.
Yeah, because there's a couple of two-lane ones and stuff
There is,
like that. So.
there is, and they're slightly busier and they're
Yeah,
slightly faster
faster,
moving, so that
yeah.
might be a good option. Then, I think using these ones to start with was probably a good option.
Yeah, because they're a bit like, oh god.
Well, yeah. Okay, so shall we provisionally think about maybe doing those busier roundabouts
Yeah.
for next time? But I mean, again, as ever, do your reflection,
Yeah.
and then we'll compare notes at the end of that. Anything you want to ask me?
No, I don't think so.
It's just applying all the basic routines that we've put together, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well done. Well, I'll give you that back then.